And now it's the time to verify whether we are able to move from one application to the another application. So here clearly observe, I'm trying to open the first app here, and here this is our button. Click to move to second app. When I tap here, we are now able to move to the second app, and this is on the iOS platform here. So in this part of the tutorial, we are going to create the second application in our iOS app to app navigation. And here in the second app, we will try to create the basic structure again quickly. And then we are going to launch this particular application whenever we got a click in our first application. So here I am quickly trying to specify the code over here. So run app, and here I am going to specify my app here. So why I'm going right from the first step in this part of the code, because I'm going to target basically the beginners who are just starting this particular tutorials and they are not aware like how the code is written from the scratch. And so that's why I'm trying to write the code from first line. And from the next tutorial, I'm going to make use of a template which I'm going to create, and also I will show you how to create that particular template. So stay tuned to our channel and subscribe it so that you will get the template tutorial, and you can also create your own templates in your Flutter application so that you can fast forward the way you code. Okay, here, so quickly we are going to specify material app here, and in the material app we are going to specify scaffold here, and in the scaffold we have got app bar, and in this particular app bar we are going to specify the text, and this will be like a constant, and this particular app I will be naming it like second app. And also you might get a doubt like every time why we are going to add a constant here. So by adding constant, it will speed up your execution, and the constant values will not be processed every time. So that is a main advantage, like why we are going to add constant, and we get a warning whenever we don't specify it to be a constant. So still here you can see we are getting an error. Okay, so in the center I'm going to specify a text widget, and what this text widget will do is like it will display the message. Okay, it will display the message when our app is launched. So as of now this is a tutorial, we don't have any specific functionality here, so I'm going to just display a message and show that our application is launched. So here, this part of the tutorial we require a stateless, we have specified a stateless widget here, but we do require a stateful widget, because whenever the application is opened up we need to process some information. And what is the information, I am going to explain to you in a while. So here the very quick thing what we are going to do is like we are going to hover on the stateless widget over here, and we have got this particular option, and we can just click on convert to stateful widget, and here we go, we have got our stateful widget which is been created from the stateless widget just we have created. And here the reason why I have created a stateful widget is like I'm going to make use of the dependency, and I'm going to fetch the information from the URL which we have passed. So don't get confused, I'm going to specify a message here. So what this particular message will do is like initially I'm going to specify app not launch. So this particular message is displayed when you have launched this particular application directly and not from the previous, that is the first application. So this is by default thing, and this I'm going to specify over here like message. And also here you can see we are not getting a warning to specify it like a constant, because this is not a constant anymore and it is being updated from this particular string variable. So I hope you understand like why we get a constant warning, and in this particular scenario why we are not getting that particular warning. And now we are going to make use of a init state here. So init state, so this particular block of code is only available in stateful widget. And why it is available, again because stateful widget will respond to the state changes. Okay, So if you are having any queries in this part of the stateful and stateless widget, I have provided the tutorial in the description section below. So just go through that particular tutorial and you will have a good clarity on what's the difference between a stateful widget and a stateless widget. Okay, so now I'm going to create a method like handle init. Okay, so or I can just specify like handle app open. Okay, so this is the method which I want to run whenever the application is open. And why this function I want to run? Because I want to get the information from the particular URL. So that's the reason I'm going to run this particular function here. And also let's go forward and try to create this particular method here itself. And here I'm going to specify the functionality for this method. And the first and foremost thing is I want to avoid the exceptions here. So I'm going to specify the try catch block of code here. And the next thing is like initial URL. So we are going to capture the URL and try to process. And here it will take some time, so I'm going to specify this particular method like an asynchronous method here, and so that we can wait till we get the information. So I'm going to specify get initial URL, and here where we are getting this particular method is like unilinks. So this is the dependency which we are going to make use of. So in our project we have already added this particular dependency called unilinks, and if you have seen in our previous tutorial we have added URL launcher over there, and in the second application we are adding unilinks over here. So both are different and you can try them, and let me know in the comment section below if you are having any queries in the implementation. So here we have specified get initial URI and our import is being added automatically here. And the next thing is like we need to make use of this particular URL here now. So if initial URL is not equal to null, then only we should go forward and process the initial URL, or else we might face a crash. So here, and one more advantage of using a stateful widget is you can set state anywhere you require. So on a button click, on an event occurring, you can set state and try to refresh that particular block of code any number of times. So here, whenever we have got the initial URL and if it is not null, and what it should do is like we have specified the message is like app not launched, right? So now I'm going to specify app is launched, and from where it is launched and what is the source. The source we can specify it like, so here in this particular block of code we are going to specify the source, and here we got from initial URL, and in that you can convert to string. So I just want to specify the initial URL. And again, what is this initial URL? So in our previous tutorial we have specified the URL schema, right? So that is the initial URL here. And also we are going to specify this particular URL schema in our info.plist file as well in this part of the tutorial. And now let us try to specify the catch block as well. Here you can see we have got an error like catch block is not specified, and also we need to specify the catch block now and capture the error and try to print this. And again, it's your wish how you handle this particular scenario. I'm just going to specify here the error, it's not required. So dollar is not required because we don't have a multiple strings over here. And also it's always better to make it a conditional debug mode here, and you need to import the foundation.dart package over here. That's it for this tutorial code here, and now we need to configure this particular application so that the app is being launched. So we have written the code well and good, but how the application needs to be launched, so that is the main important aspect here. So again, navigate to this iOS directory just as we did on previous tutorial, and here in the runner directory we have got info.plist file, and the same way we need to add the code over here as well. So here you can find the package name here and also the URL schema, and this is a must. You need to specify the same URL schema in both the applications, and if the URL schema is not matching, then your application will not be open. So here we have done with this particular configurations, and also make sure you make use of these two dependencies like URL launcher and unilinks in the applications respectively. And now let's try to install both these applications. So I'll quickly move to the first app here. So this is our first application and our simulator is now up and running, and here I'm going to install this particular application. And this should install our first application, and also quickly I'm going to tap on the second application as well, so both these applications will be installed one after the another. And also if you are facing any issues in this particular launch process, I suggest you to verify whether all the things okay. So here we have got an error in the 29th line here. And here if you are facing any issue while you are trying to launch your applications, just let me know in the comment section below. And as an initial step, just try to run Flutter Doctor and try to verify whether all the things are installed in a proper way or not. And here we have got our first application installed, and also if you can see the second app is also been installed on our application, and by default we have got like app not launched. So here we have specified the message app not launched and it is being displayed. And now it's the time to verify whether we are able to move from one application to the another application. So here clearly observe I'm trying to open the first app here, and here this is our button. Click to move to second app. When I tap here, we are now able to move to the second app, and this is on the iOS platform here using Flutter. And this is it for this particular tutorial, and this is it for this particular series on app to app navigation. And I hope you are very clear like how to navigate in between two applications, that is like Android or iOS, and there are no queries in this particular implementation. I'm hoping so. And if you are having any queries, just let me know in the comment section below, and also try to visit our official website androidcoding.in and try to get through the course, and all the Flutter tutorials are available in our website. And if you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Flutter.